So I'm just gonna take the brush. Whoa! Okay. Well, you know. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Angela, and today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial and review on my new BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. It's called It's My Raye. I think that's how you pronounce it. I also use a couple other new products that I had never used before in this tutorial, so I'm going to be doing a review of what I thought of all of them at the end. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, then just keep watching. Okay guys, I've zoomed you in, so I hope you guys can see how I do this look a little bit better than in my past videos. So first I'm going to go in all over my eyelid with the color Nudist right here, just as a base to make sure that my entire eyelid is matte. And I did already prime my eyelids with my Urban Decay priming potion beforehand. So that's just really simple. We're just covering our eye. I sometimes go underneath a little bit too. So now that we've got our base, I'm going to go in on my eyelid right here with the color Friday. So I am taking my electric palette, my brush. This one is a little bit flatter to apply it to my eyelid. So I'm just gonna go in on the top of my eyelid like this, and I'm just building it up gradually so that I can blend it out when I'm done. Once I've covered my eyelid, I'm gonna go like just above where my eyelid ends, like this. And then I'm going to switch brushes, and I'm going to go back to my other brush, which is a blending brush, and I'm taking the same color, Friday, just a tiny bit. And this is where the blending starts, so I can blend it up a little bit more. So just like in every video, if you guys have watched my past videos, I always start the same way. So I always start going back and forth like this, and I alternate between back and forth and circular motions. It always takes me a little bit longer on this eye because I'm not left-handed. So when you're doing looks like this, just take your time when it comes to blending. Next, I'm going to go in with the color Sunset, which is a really pretty red color. And I'm just using a little bit because this one is pretty pigmented. So I'm taking some on the same brush, and I'm really starting, I'm gonna use my mirror right here, guys. I'm really starting just like right here in the inner corner of my eyes. I'm not taking it across my whole eyelid. So just going back and forth like this. Next, I'm going to take the color Spice right here, and I'm going to focus that color more on the outer corner of my eyes right here to kind of blend this look all in together. Next, I'm going to take the colors Friday and Connie and mix them together. I'm going to use, I'm going to use the smaller end of my Smoky Eye Palette brush, and I'm just going to mix them together like so. And I'm going to go underneath my eye like I did on this side to create a smoky eye effect. See how pigmented that is? I didn't even get that much. Next, I'm going to go in my waterline with my NYX Pure White eyeliner. Just because I did it on this side, I think after doing it, I like it better without it, but we want our eyes to match. So I'm just going to go into your waterline like this. Next, I'm going to go back in over my eyelid with the color Allison. So this is Allison. I'm going to use Allison and Tiffany, so I'm going to go over with Allison first, and then I'm going to go over Allison with Tiffany to give it more of that like golden metallic look. So I'm actually just starting by like patting it on lightly on my eyelid and then rubbing it on. Then next I'm going to go in with Tiffany right over it, and we're doing the same thing. All right, and then the last thing I did for the eyes, for the shadows, was I went in with this highlight color Moonlight, and I went ahead and just applied it very lightly in the inner corners of my eyes. Okay, so that is it for the eyeshadow part. I'm going to go wipe off the fallout, and then I'm going to come back and do the rest of my face. And then I'm also going to finish by using this second part of the palette, because this is the contouring part of the palette and then this is the highlight. So I'm also going to use these as well. So I will be right back. All right, so I got off all the fallout. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the process like I usually do when it comes to applying my BB cream and my powder, just because I've shown how I do that step by step in previous videos before. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we will get back to using this palette to finish off the look, and then I will do a little review at the end to tell you guys what I think about it. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe away the baking that I've done. We're gonna bake again when we contour. So for contour, I'm gonna start with the shade Mocha. I think Brownie Bite might be way too dark for me, depending on how well I blend it, and I don't think Chai is dark enough at all. At least, I don't know, not for me. So I'm gonna try Mocha, but I'm gonna start slowly, because I don't want to end up looking like it's like extremely like bold line. So we're gonna build that up thickly. So when you're contouring, at least for me, it's easier when you go make a fish face, because then you can see where your natural cheek line starts, and that's where I usually start contouring. So I'm just gonna take the brush. Whoa! Okay! Well, you know, much more pigmented than I thought it would be. Let's get some of that on this side, even that out. And we're gonna blend this out more. Wow, though, I'm impressed. Because it doesn't look like it would be that dark. It looks almost as dark as the Brownie Bite. I'm impressed. So I gotta blend this side out like big time. When something like that happens, I just kind of try and get the rest of the pigment off the brush so I'm not adding more, and then just blend. Eventually it'll blend out. Yeah, I think we're okay. I also like to contour up here. Kind of like close to like where my temples are, if that makes sense. I don't know. I am very impressed with this whole palette though, guys, so far. I'm just gonna blend the top part out a little bit more so it doesn't look like I have mud on my face. I also like to contour under my neck a little bit. That's actually a really good trick if you're like wanting to kind of like give the illusion, I guess, that you have a more I don't want to say slim neck, but like more defined, okay, but more of like a defined like neckline, I guess. When you do this though, you do want to be careful. I'm trying to see how dark it actually is in person. You want to be careful and make sure it's not like a super like definitive line so it doesn't look like a mask. So after I do it, I usually will just take my regular powder brush and go like this a little bit just to make sure that it blends out. All right, so loving the contour so far. Now that we've contoured, I don't have any new blushes. I haven't bought any new blushes yet, and there's no blush in this palette. So I'm just gonna go in with my basic, this is my Avon blush. I've had it for years. It's the color Classic Aura, I don't know. E201, look that up. I've had it for years though. If they don't have it, they'll probably have something similar. It's just a really pretty like light blushy, like rose blushy pink color. And I'm just gonna go a little bit lightly over where I did the contour. So I applied the contour here, and now I'm just gonna go in with the blush like right above, very lightly. You don't have to do blush. It's really personal preference with blush. Some people just do the contour and don't do the blush, but the blush just kind of helps give your face a little bit more of a warm tone, give some more color to your cheeks. So now that I've done my contour, I like to bake as well, because sometimes throughout the day, blush or your contour, at least for me, sometimes I find that it like moves. So baking just helps set it. I'm just taking my, my Airspun translucent powder and my It Cosmetics beauty sponge, beauty blender, and I'm dabbing in here like this, and I'm going to follow the line from where I started. So basically, the longer you let this sit on, the better your makeup is going to set and stay throughout the day. So I'm gonna let this bake pretty much until I finish the entire look, and then we'll wipe it away so that it's not so dramatic, because we don't want to literally be able to see the lines like this. This is just temporary. All right, so while we're baking, I'm going to go back in with my BH Cosmetics palette and use one of the highlights. I'm going to use Radiant. I'm not sure if it'll be too dark for my skin tone, but I've never tried a highlight so rosy, so I just kind of want to see how it looks. If it ends up being too dark, then I'll just go over it a little bit with Moonlight. So we're just going to highlight. It's kind of like, a lot of people say they don't know how to, like, when I talk to them about makeup, they don't know how to contour and blush and do highlight. It's really like layers. So it's like contour, blush, highlight. So you kind of just like go in a row, but you need to also make sure that it's blended, if that makes sense. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I also like to take it right here a little bit. And I like to go a little bit around my eye, around my temples. That's gorgeous. You see that? Like, bam! See the difference? It's much more glowy in person too, guys. And a little bit goes a long way. All of these shades are like super pigmented. I also like to take my finger a little bit and do the Cupid's bow, because when you use your finger, it's a lot more pigmented. And it's all personal preference. I usually lightly do my forehead. I don't want my forehead to be extremely shiny, so it's like very light. I just use like the leftover pigment from what I use to highlight the rest of my face. And then I also do highlight my brow bone, and I use my finger for that. So I'm taking the same shade, see the pigment, and then I'm just going to now I'm going to curl my lashes and apply my mascara. So even though this is mainly a BH Cosmetics review, I am going to be using some newer products that I got as well that I have not used before, so I'll go ahead and give you guys kind of like a first impressions. So for my mascara today, I'm actually going to be using Too Faced Better Than Sex. I've heard really great things about this mascara. I just went to Ulta and I bought a little sampler one to try out. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this just like I would any other mascara. So the mascara is actually, so far, looks really great. I feel like it really lengthens my lashes, it dries really fast, and it doesn't seem like it would be one of those mascaras that's gonna have fallout throughout the day. So I'll have to give you guys an update and tell you how it wears, but so far I really, really like it. So I'm just wiping away the bake, and then the last thing we're going to do is apply our lipstick and our setting spray. So to finish off this look, I'm going to go in with a new color by a new brand too that I've never used before, but I've heard really great things about. The color is called Tulle or Tulle. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but it's by ColourPop. This is their Ultra Matte Lip. So I've heard that their colors stay on really, really well, and their brand is also very, very affordable as well. So it's in the color Tulle, T-U-L-L-E. But I wasn't grown up in mind. But I wasn't grown up in mind. Okay, so I took a little break to go fix my hair a little bit to kind of make the look pull together a little bit. I really like this ColourPop lipstick. It stays on super, super well. It's a beautiful color. It's a little bit darker on the lip than it looks in here. So as you can see, it looks like it would match the eyeshadow a lot better. Versus what it actually looks like on the lips, but I still think it's beautiful. I still think that it goes. It's a good contrast, not too much, but I also think that a lighter type of like pinky, like nude lip would also look really, really good with this eyeshadow look as well if you are wanting to be a little bit less bold. But I really like the boldness. As you guys know, I love bold makeup. And as for the BH Cosmetics palette. I think this is a really great great find, and it's really affordable. It was only $22.50, and that's really affordable for a palette because, as you guys know, or maybe if you don't, high-end palettes like the Urban Decay Electric palette that I bought was 24 something, but that was at half price because it was being discontinued, and that was just for eyeshadow palettes. In this palette, you're getting so much. You are getting all these eyeshadow shades, you have shimmer shades, you have matte shades, and you also have a whole highlighting area for your face, and also a place where you can for contouring as well. So there's so many different shades. All together, let me see. All together, it's 21 colors, 21 eyeshadow colors, and then also the highlighter and contour palette. So $22.50 is great for that. You could seriously probably buy this palette and not use anything else for a really long time because there's so much variety. You could do bold colors with this palette, or you could do simple like warm tone, natural looking colors with this palette. So I think it's a great find. The pigment is great. It's beautiful. So yeah, I love it. BH Cosmetics, amazing for a great price. And I'm actually really excited to go try out some of their other products now. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that you found these reviews to be helpful so that you can go out and find some awesome products for yourself. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below. And as always, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up because it helps me out. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!